Hey guys, I always like to end things on a positive note. Um, I'm an optimistic type person, even though some of my family members try to portray me as being pessimistic, but I'm not, because one of the things I always asked God was that when I got into my year of season, to let me be a sweet, pleasant woman, because there's nothing worse than an old woman that's grouchy and mean. When you young, some guys think that's cute when you hellfire, but when you get in a certain season in your life, you're supposed to be kind of mellow and laid back. But anyway, I forgot to tell you guys, Joe and the Gators and Kay, Cece is very sick. And you guys heard me always talk about Cece. Cece is one of my co-workers when I worked at Burlington. And after I got abused over there real badly, she didn't like the way they were treating me. So she resigned shortly after they terminated me. And she's been my ride or die. And she is really, really sick. I love Cece because she's real. People show you they can talk and say a lot of things with their mouths, but you pay attention to how people treat you. That lets you know when you look into their heart and how they treat you. Then you know if they really, really is in your corner. And Cece have been in my corner since the Burlington days. She's the one, remember I told y'all she tried to find me a hospital to go to after I fell at Dick Nax. And she know how they treated me at Burlington and how it broke me down a whole year. I was broke down. My kids didn't even know. They ain't come around. And she's the one that called me and checked on me and talked me back to health, because that really broke me down being treated like that. I mean, I've been bullied, but Texas is on another level. But anyway, y'all pray for CC. I checked on her. It was about 3 weeks ago, and usually this time of year, she has to deal with. She gets sick when the seasons change. And so she told me she wasn't feeling good. And so I'm kind of used to that because we've been friends maybe going on 3 or 4 years. But anyway, I broke down and gave her a call because I didn't want to. When somebody's not feeling well, they don't really need you bugging them all the time. I just give people their space. I know what boundaries are. But anyway, I stopped and called her, and guys, right now, she's not really getting any better. They're giving her IV at home. So Joe and Gators and Kay, you guys have met Cece. I'm asking you guys lift her up in prayer because she got a lot going on right now. And Cece, really why I ride with her and call her the real one, because Cece was the only one that came to that skating party and reached in her pocket and gave those Gators a donation and bought a shirt. And she have not been able to wear her shirt because she been sick. And she sends her love to you guys, Joe and Coach Tony. She didn't get to meet Coach Tony, but she met Joe. She sent her love to you guys, and she said, y'all pray for her because she want to get in her Gator shirt. She haven't had a chance to wear it. And so I wanted to be on a positive. I wanted to share that with y'all. I forgot. I have so much that I hold inside that I have on my mind. And as far as my family, let me talk about the positive players in my family. I don't want to act like they're all negative and all bad, because we're not perfect, and we have to learn this thing as we go. One thing we do have to realize that this economy is devastated. For all you Trump voters, this is what y'all did. All you people was, oh yeah, Trump, Trump. And now you see the effects. And it's gonna take a brilliant president to pull us out of this mess. Oh, it's just, this makes me think about the Bible, the book of Revelations. If anybody reads that, I studied that for a year, and everything that the book of Revelations has said is coming. It's coming to fruition right now. But let me give some accolades to family members that do love me and that they show they love. First, I want to give love and props to my daughter-in-law, Rosa. Rosa and I, we started off kind of way back in the day on shaky terms because I was a jealous mom, and it's just hard to let your firstborn son go. So Rosa, I know you know now what I'm talking about because you're a mom, but Rosa has been humble, quiet, loving, through all me and my oldest boy's situations. She has been the support in the background. And Rosa, don't think I don't know that. I love you, and I know that Dee adores you, and that the things that you guys do for me would not be possible without your amen. So know that I love you. We don't really, and that's a good thing. Everybody, you know what? My relationships are funny with my son's other half. And you know why I'm like that? Because my mom taught me that it's not good for a mother-in-law to stick her nose in her son's affairs, and that keeps peace. But I hate that we really don't talk and have a relationship. But you feel my heart, and I see your heart. So know that I love you and that I see you. Also, too, my baby boy, he has really surprised me because, you go through ups and downs with all your children. And you make decisions with your children that sometimes they don't understand or they don't like. But as the words say, I'm not their friend, I'm their parent. So sometimes I have to make decisions that break my heart. But if they are men child, I only got one daughter, and the rest of them are men child. And so me and my baby boy, we struggle with separation and him becoming a man and having to step out on his own. But God is so awesome. I'm so proud of him. And do you know that my baby has empathy for me? Even though he's far away from me, his heart is connected to mine. No matter what he's going through, and he's gone through some tough times, because he has learned being a parent is not no joke. That's not no easy task. When you become a parent, you see what your mother and father went through. But my child has been encouraging, and he at first he was a little angry, and hey, we entitled to get angry. We not robots. But as he is going through his healing, on his natural healing journey, him and his family, he is showing his mom that he's loved and he's my ride or die. Now let me talk about that other one, that Joey. Now Joey, all my children is my heart. But that Coach Joe is my kindred spirit. Parents, we need to pay attention how we handle and how we deal with our children. And I'm sure when I was a young mom by myself, I probably was on some, as my kids say, some ish. But I had to do what I had to do to show that I was a strong mother, so that my boys, my sons, my kings wouldn't be weak. My Joe was my closest. And when I say he was my closest child, other than Martin, him and Martin, let me include Martin. When the other children were busy doing whatever it was that they do when they were small, when they were little kids, my Joe was the one that always cuddled. He always laid up in the bed with me and Martin. And I hope I don't embarrass him, but I'm sharing y'all what's on my heart. He always watched the movies with me. And Martin, I spent most of my life with him laying beside me. And so Joe was my baby that cuddled. He got his stimulation from holding my hand and rubbing my arm. And he was one of the, he took very excellent care of his brother Martin. He loved him. Not saying that my other children did not love him. I'm not saying that. But Joey is the one that was most attentive to Martin. So it broke his heart when his brother passed away, like it broke the rest of our hearts. But the point I'm trying to make, it, guys, when you are raising your children, be careful how we handle our kids. We have to learn through experience. So when Joe got around 11 or 12, I started pushing him out of my bed. I did not have sense enough to tell my son that I have been cuddling with ever since he been in the world, coddling, showing love. You're a young man now. It's time for you not to, you're a big boy. You can't lay in mom's bed. I didn't do that. And do you know my son carried hurt and anger and pain for a long time, thinking that I didn't love him anymore because I made that stupid mistake. Finally, he got hard enough to tell me why he was so angry toward me. And I'd like to think that we've moved on past that. But my point is, we have to be very careful what we do, what we say, how we move, and how we are interacting with not only our children, but kids in general. But at the same time, we must make them respect us. They must give you the same respect that you require of them. So I'm hoping that Joe and I have gone past that. And I love my son, but I just wanted him to be a man. I just didn't express that. So, son, I love you, and every time I see you, I'm going to hug you and love you. I love all my kids, but some children are more lovable and huggable than others. When I see you, Ernest always gives me that endearing kiss on the forehead. And my son D used to do that, but he's an old man now, so I guess he becoming a cranky old man. But anyway, I just want to tell the positive things. I try to keep my mind off negative things and try to be positive. Now, on the only positive thing I'm gonna say about Kay. Even though she's mean to me, and we women, women quite don't understand each other, and I made the mistake. I really didn't raise Kay, or I raised her, but I didn't focus on Kay like I did them boys. Kim had her hand on Kanisha. Kanisha spent her weekends with them, and that's why she's so arrogant, because she has Kim's ways, and stuck up and turn her nose up. And trying to show people that she the big deal Holyfield. But Kay is my silent rider. Even though she may feel a little way, or she might try to test me, as she say, because she say she will test you. It's not one time I haven't called on Kanisha, and she has not been there for me. So I love y'all kids, but I had to rebuke you, because this is getting out of hand, and for my own strength and my own soul and my own salvation, I have to speak. Y'all know I am. I'll tell y'all what it is. So hopefully I get to go to Waco soon and see my family. I love traveling, but you know how it is when you have to adjust your life. You just have to make adjustments. You used to being a baller, used to having money, but everybody, all seniors go through that, where they have to make financial adjustments in their lives. I wanna just say that you guys make sure you all vote. I hope that it'll make a difference today, and that you all please pray for CC. I hate that my friend and Cece is kind of like me. She's a little stoic. She don't have no children, but she got a lot of family. and she kind of over there and silent. So, Coach Joe, I'm gonna give you her number because she really admires you. She think you're great, and I'm gonna send you her number so that hears your voice, and just for you to say hi and ask her how she's doing, and you too, Kay. I'm gonna give you CC number. I don't think my other kids. Oh, Caleb and Carter know CC. She spent a lot of time with them when we were over at Texas Live. So yeah, guys, she really not doing good, guys, and I want my friend to be okay, cause she still gotta work and survive and try to make a living. All right, so I think I covered everything. I'm gonna try to, you know what? Everybody, I'm so behind in the news. I didn't know all the turmoil was going on about the SNAP benefits. Well, people of color in Texas, we don't get SNAP benefits, so it really ain't affecting me. That I hate that people are suffering and not getting what they need, as far as benefits. But in Texas, we don't get anything. And I think I read something that said 94% of Caucasians are the ones getting those government and social benefits. So I'm not being cold or I'm not racist or anything, but sometimes when the enemy tried to do evil, that evil backfires on them. So I'm saying it seems like that the people that are non-white aren't really suffering that much from the snaps. I think it's from state to state. So I'll put it that way. So guys, let's stay in prayer. Let's stay positive. They've got a lot of tricky amendments and proposals on those Texas ballots. So if you can't read, you gotta be scrolled because those Republicans, they scandalous. They trying to what they call it when they go through the states and they redefine them. They redistrict them, and that's how they're gonna try to cheat and hurt people that are of color, Latino and Black. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna try to. Today is a day where I'm gonna just try to keep my spirits up. Everybody's so sad. And this country is so sad. So I love you guys. We had a party for my grandbaby AD, my grandson, 4 years old. And the Gators were there. AD seemed to have a good time. The main event, that was my first time being there. And I guess back home, I had a big house, so our family was used to family intimate birthdays. I really liked the cat alley. That was so cool. We were intimate and we got to interact with AD, but he handled himself very well at the main event with all them little Pee-wee Gators. You guys keep your eyes on them little Pee-wee Gators. And I haven't really seen their cheerleaders move around too much, but if I get a chance to go to a game or a practice, I'm gonna focus a little bit more on those little girl Gators. Hey guys, I am really, working hard for you guys. So it'd be nice. Give me a donation if you can't pay me. Coach Joe, he contributed a lot to the digital marketing when Gators first were up and running. So Coach Tony, I know you see my Cash App out there. Just give me a donation. I know you guys are fairly a new little league, and you're trying to get yourself up out there and moving. And I support that 200%. But show your appreciation and send Lady Soul a donation for her digital marketing. it's not in my heart to charge my son because I want him to be great and I want you guys to be great. You guys are kings. So, I'm kind of a little reluctant to do that. But Joey was gracious enough that when you guys first started, he was sending me funds for the digital marketing. And I'm serious, guys. For a few years, I gave away my services trying to uplift my children. But now, show me some appreciation. Okay, I guess that's it. I've talked about everything. Oh, I'm still battling knickknacks. They have not sent me a dime. And it's going on 2 months. They have not sent me my security deposit back. She have not sent me my rent back. And she's not replying to my offer of settlement. I told her to make an offer of settlement for my fall. And they have not sent a response. They have been on my phone calling and leaving subliminal messages and harassing me via text. And I've been blocking those calls. So I need knickknacks to step up. All those agencies that are helping me. Yes, they need to pay me for my file, pain and suffering, especially since the owner had a hand in making me fall. I mean, she haven't sent me nothing. I don't know what's up with them. They need to go out of business because they tough. And so everybody's wondering what's going on with me and Miss Peggy. Well, Miss Peggy was the one that introduced me to knickknacks. And she looked the other way the whole time that they were bullying and harassing me. I mean, she was the one that rode me back and forth out there. So she was my transportation. So she knew everything that was going on. And she really didn't have too much to say about it. She did tell me I was with her when I fell. And like I said, she didn't show any concern as far as, did I need a ride to the emergency room or anything. But she did tell me the last time I saw her, she's sorry about what happened, So, all right, guys, I'm finna try to see if I find something. I'm gonna have to try to get to the grocery store and try to give me some vegetables or something in here. It's getting cool, guys, so it's time to put those pots on. Chicken and noodles, a pot of greens. Greens are so high, God. God, greens done went from 88 cents to $1, 58 cents. Oh my God. Put on pots of beans and greens and chicken and noodles and casseroles. Okay, make real good casseroles. I taught her how to make that macaroni and cheese. Casseroles are good for children when the seasons are getting ready to change. And also casseroles and pots are very good economically. So all of you seniors, if you're strict on a budget like me and you have to count every penny, that's the way you do it. You get those casseroles, you get those pots, and you put that food in containers and put it in freezers. And you rotate eating it. I don't know about my children. They some of them, they don't do leftovers. But some of them do leftovers. I like leftovers. Some people don't like leftovers. All right, boys. I'm finna go. Peace, y'all.